Hello. So today I want to talk to you about where you are leaving money on the table with your podcast. There are certain ways that you can monetize your podcast, and I want to give you some ways when you're just starting out and you don't have ads or sponsors or all that stuff that you can monetize your podcast and stop leaving money on the table. So, number one, have a call to action. You need a call to action with every podcast episode. And this call to action to start out with is going to be leading them to your offers. So, something that you sell, your coaching, your product, your services, anything that you sell. So, make sure that you have a call to action on every single episode because people want to know how they can work with you. If you don't tell people how they can work with you, they're not going to know how to work with you. So, make sure you're leaving that call to action and make sure you're putting a link to it in your show notes. Next is when you do guest interviews, if you have interviews on your show and your guests are promoting something, ask them for an affiliate link. When they're a guest on your shows, just reach out and say, hey, do you have an affiliate link to your program? I would love to help you promote it more. And you can do this in your show notes and on your IG and your Facebook and anywhere else. And that way, if anybody buys the program through you, you get a little kickback. So that's one way that you can bring in a little more money is having affiliate links. Reach out to people and have links to help them promote their things. And the third one is not repurposing your content so others can hear it. So with our podcast, a lot of the people listen to it, obviously, but there are people who don't listen to podcasts at all. So right now I am recording a podcast, but I am also filming it for IGTV because I know that there are people on Instagram who don't listen to podcasts. So I can do both at the same time and repurpose my content that way. So set up your phone. I have my phone set up right in front of me and I'm recording for an IGTV, but I also have my mic and I have my recordings thing on my computer and I'm recording the episode while I'm on an IG Live. So that's a way to get people who are on Instagram who only watch videos to hear what you have to say and to also let them know your call to action. And then you can repurpose it other ways too. You can make a post, make an audiogram. If you're not sure what an audiogram is, it's when you have a graphic and you're talking over it and you have like a sound wave. So you can make that for your podcast. If you're looking for more ways to repurpose your content, I do have an episode about that. It was episode 16 with Carla Cook. She talks about all about repurposing your content. So you can go there and listen to that if you would like to know more ways to repurpose your content, but get it out there. Talk about your podcast as much as you can. Even if you think you've talked about it too much, keep talking about it because people need to hear things 7 to 10 times before it registers with them. And some people don't listen every single day to what you have to say. So keep mentioning it, keep letting people know that you have a podcast. So those are just 3 quick ways when you're first starting out that you can make some money and monetize your podcast a little bit. So hopefully the main thing will be them coming to your call to action, to your products, to your services after listening to you. So to give you an example of that, I am going to do my little call to action right now. So I have the podcast launch protocol. It is my signature program that walks you through every single step of starting your podcast, every single step. We go from beginning to end. There's 6 modules and there's a bonus module that gets you some ways how to grow and monetize your podcast once you have it launched and out into the world. So by the end of this program, you'll have your podcast launched and you will be confident in managing it yourself. So this is for people who can't afford podcast management services, but want to get their podcast out to the world and want to learn how to do it themselves. So if you are ready for that, I am offering to my listeners and to anybody watching on IGTV a special promotion. If you use the code podcast, that's all capital letters PODCAST, you will get $200 off, making the program only $99. $99 to get your entire podcast started from start to finish. If that sounds good to you, then go to the show notes or go to the link in my bio and learn more about the podcast launch protocol. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can DM me or you can email me at jillian@jilliangrover.com. And I will see you on the next episode.